two ways that God uses to speak to the prophet or the prophetic believer or every believer. Let me say everybody on this earth. It is two ways. Yes. The first way is the consciousness dimension, and the second way is the unconsciousness dimension. Consciousness dimension is whereby a person takes a problem or a situation or a person or a scripture to God, that God should speak concerning that problem, concerning that person. So in the prophetic, sometimes we put a person before us, that God, what are you saying concerning this man? What are you saying concerning this business? What are you saying concerning this church? That is the conscious way of hearing God. Or we take scripture and begin to meditate consciously. So you are aware that you are meditating or seeking the Lord to speak to you concerning John 3:16. But the second aspect is the unconscious dimension. This is whereby you begin to hear the voice of God from your unconsciousness dimension or unconscious mind. You see, this dimension mostly happen, or God operates in those dimensions in dreams and in trance. But I'm going to teach you how you can still use this dimension when you are still alive. Because when you are dreaming, you see, when you sleep, you don't tell God the type of dream God should bring it. God can bring your future dream. God can bring a marriage dream. God can bring a finances dream. God can bring your family dream. You see, you are not the one that is telling God to bring this kind of dream. Or when you bump into trance, when you are dozing off and you bump into trance, God brings a vision or a voice of his own choice. So how can I still operate in this dimension when I'm still alive? That is the unconscious awareness. This is whereby you are thinking about your mother, but suddenly God carries your mind to the pastors, and you'll be thinking about pastors. Pastors, suddenly you were thinking about your business or meditating about a particular scripture. Suddenly God will take your mind out of that scripture to a place like hospital, and it's like you are seeing the sick people and thinking about them. So when you came back to your senses, oh, I was meditating on this scripture, why am I thinking about the sick people? You see, that is the time God has carried your mind from your consciousness to a particular dimension in the spirit. So he is speaking to you. That is the realm God used to give dreams. So it is the same as dream, but this time around you are alive. So you will see it as thought or imagination. If you really want this message to go deeper, then type it in the comment section. Prophet, go deeper. God bless you. Also join my prophetic school by taking my WhatsApp number